Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my chocolate stocking box. Complete play on words, of course. So I've used the lovely Sweet Little Stockings suite. So I have that really pretty DSP. And I just simply have a bag full of gorgeous chocolates. Decorated quite subtly, I think. And yeah, I think this is a really simple but pretty way of gifting a lot of chocolate. These are my favourites. I did actually buy them in bulk because I needed them for another project. So yeah, I have tons. This is another reason why they'll be being used as my Christmas table favours, because I have so many of them. Okay, I seem to have lost a piece of my project somewhere, which is very frustrating, but never mind. Unless it's in there. No, anyway, we'll crack on. So yeah, really simple to make, really effective. So we're going to start with this piece of DSP. I'm really annoyed that that's missing. It's the little bow. I had some of this cherry cobbler and the foam adhesive sheets because it stands proud slightly. Can you see? There we go. So it stands slightly proud, and I had a tiny piece, which was probably fatal having a tiny piece, but yes, never mind. Anyway, let's get on and make this. So DSP, there's 11.5 by 6 1/4, 29 by 16 centimetres. On the long side, we are going to score at 3, 5 1/4, 8 1/4, and 10.5. In centimetres, that will be 7.5, 13.5, 21 and 27. Obviously, if you have directional DSP, have it as you want it. We're then going to rotate clockwise and score on the short side at 2 1/4 or 6 centimetres. We are then going to flip it over onto its belly, if you like, and score at 1 inch. Which will be 2.5 centimetres. All will become clear. So we are going to fold and burnish all of these score lines. Crikey, that paper's crazy. I can't see any of my score lines on it on that red side, or the cherry cobbler side. Okay, so paper again the way it should be. We're going to fold that one that's for the bottom this way, and then the one that we flipped is this one at the top, and that's being folded over. So this is where you get to see the second side of that gorgeous DSP. So let's stick this panel down. So I'm just going to run my adhesive all the way along and fold it down. It always helps, I find, to use my bone folder just to press that down. I also want to go back in now and just reinforce those score lines, because you've now added another layer of DSP and some adhesive, and it was going the opposite way. So it just makes life just that touch easier when it comes to building it up. Okay, the bottom part now, we're simply going to cut up each section here, and then when we get to this last thin strip at the end, we're going to cut it away with a small wedge. Simple. Add some adhesive now to this edge panel here, this little flap here. Fold it over, make sure we're all lined up, and that is that bit. Okay, so now we're going to pop the sides, the back, and then the last but not least is the front. Fold that over. Oops. Hey, don't you dare. Go on, come on. Oh, crumbs. That was a little bit too crazy, that was. But it's okay. It's okay because you can't really see it. Right, next up, printed gusseted cellophane bags. These are amazing because they don't actually look very much, do they? But once you open them out and fold the bottom over, you suddenly get this amazing sized bag that will hold so much. So let's grab a load of these and we'll see how many we can get in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going with 5 at a start. So yeah, so 5. Then I can fit 1 that side and 1 that side. So what we're on now, 7. Now it's catching on all of the packaging of the chocolate bars. There we go. So that's 7. Whew. 8, 9, 10, 11. Are we going with 11? That one looks like it wants to go down further, but we'll just stick with that, I think. And then, gorgeous pool party striped gross green ribbon. So I'm literally just going to now gather that bag up and tie some of this beautiful ribbon around. And then try to make a bow. Now you can fiddle and play with this as much as you wish. I'm going to go for my bow. Okay, let's just have a play and see if we can make it look at least half pretty. Okay, that's not too bad. Trim that bit off there. So, you literally have an instant gift box there, but of course you just want to add something pretty to the front. So, I've already stamped my stocking in Memento. Oh, I have pretty blends. So, I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can. I am not an expert by any stretch on stamping blends, but we're going to have a go. So, light cherry cobbler, that's my dark one. So I'm simply, and if anybody wishes to give me advice or tips if I do anything incorrect, by all means let me know. So light just up to the edge. I know I shouldn't leave my lip pens with lids off, but I don't have time to mess today. And then I'm just going to bring it to the edges. I'm going to do alternate. So a line of the light, and then I'm just going to bring the dark towards the centre. But this is how you kind of get that shine effect, if you want to call it that. Okay, we're getting there. Shouldn't take us too long. I like to leave the top part white because I think that would usually be lacy or frilly anyway. And you just work your way up and through each one, just to the top. And then, as I said, I'm using alternate colours. So that's my cherry cobbler, and then I've got evening evergreen to do the alternate, and it's just pulling in what's in the DSP really. So light, dark, I'm doing the same, and I'm trying to follow where I put my cherry cobbler ones, just so that the light seems to shine in a line. Okay, so we're just going to go all the way across. Nearly there. Normally I would have one that I prepared earlier, but I didn't think to do it with this. One left, and then just to finish this bit off, oh no, sorry, I've fibbed to you, not one left, there's two left. Forgot the top part. Whoops. Blends are alive. And then the last one, which is this pretty. Just make sure if you are doing as I'm doing and dropping your pens down, just remember which one's light and which one's dark, because the amount of times I have done this and then gone, oh no, I've coloured in with dark first. And then I've got my blender, my colour lifter, sorry, and I really like this, so I've used the brush tip and I'm going to go on the red first. Don't go all the way up because you'll smudge your colours in together. And I literally am just sort of blending stroke bleeding those bits together. Make sure you wipe the ink off your pen, and then we can go in with the Evening Evergreen. And I think it kind of gives a bit of a shine. And then, what have I done with them? Here they are. My lovely stocking dies, and I've the large one there. I'm really paranoid about that. Really annoyed about that bit of I don't know where it went. That was so frustrating because I know I left it ready. Right, I will find it probably stuck to something else. You will find it's not stuck to this, is it? No. Okay, get over it, Sally, it's gone. Deal with it now. Okay, so pop my stocking on there, run him through. Okay, so there's my lovely stocking, not the best of ever. And then, as I say, just this tiny little bow here. I'm going to take that off. Just quickly grab some scrap of cherry cobbler. Here we go, a bit of cherry cobbler. And I'm literally just going to cut that because I don't need very much at all. I've got my lovely foam adhesive sheets here. And then I'm just going to stick that onto there. Cut that through, and then all I need to do then is run this back through with this cute little bow. And I actually, because it's on foam, I'm just going to give it a couple of extra passes through just to make sure it cuts through. This is where the adhesive has now stuck to my plates. I need to give those a clean, I think. But, no, I don't want that to come off just yet. Oh, it's pulled all of it out for me, look, how handy is that? So the last bit I need to do here, oh, and it's pulled those out too. I'm just going to stick my bow onto the top, just like that. How cute. Couple of dimensionals. And then I put this at a bit of an angle. And then I just had a little bit of basic white and some bumblebee. And I'm just going to get rid of these because I want to put this away before I lose it. I just want a very merry and stamp that on here. And then just trim that. A piece of basic white was the perfect size, look. And then I actually went with, oh sorry, I completely forgot to zoom back out. Oh, that's the wrong way. Hopefully you saw everything that I did anyway. And then yeah, just another dimensional, which I'm just going to pop one on the centre, and that can sit just on there. And there you have them. That is my chocolate stocking box. Thanks for joining me. See you all again soon. Bye.